everyone, I'm Kelsey.
And I'm George,
And I'm JPatt.
and you're listening to the Box Officers Podcast. Thank you all for tuning in. Please continue to support us by leaving us a star rating and review wherever you're listening to this episode.
Watching a bad movie is like witnessing a serious crime, but have no fear. The box office is here. Each episode, Kelsey, George, and I will review a new movie, and at the end of each episode, we'll classify the film according to the severity of punishment.
Films can be convicted of a felony, a misdemeanor, an infraction, or on the rare occasion found innocent. Now, without further ado, this week for our season 6 opener, we are going to be reviewing the movie Dracula. So if you haven't watched it yet, pause this now and go watch it because you're about to hear a lot of spoilers. Now let's get into the episode.
It's been a couple months.
It's been like a month, but yeah, it's
really?
been a minute. It felt like a nice vacation. We needed a
Yeah.
rest.
Are we on season 4, 5?
This is
season 5 of the
six.
box officers? Oh,
Season 4 is
My
crazy. This is season 6. And we're starting off with Dracula. All of the movies for February are like movies that should have came out in October. Now, I know this one technically released last year, but the American release was February 6th. And I'm like, that's so weird. And then we have The Bride, like, of Frankenstein coming out later this month. We have Scream coming out later this month. I said, now what's going on? I'm not understanding that. But I don't know. Maybe
a little
people are
late.
sick of Valentine's Day. I don't know.
It's
feel like you
giving
want more
a
partner.
depressed Valentine's, like a dark,
yeah.
just everyone's in there. Dark era right now, dark romance.
Yeah,
Gothic.
a little gothic
Yeah,
love.
gothic love story.
I can dig it. So, Caleb Landry. What do you guys know about Caleb? I can share some fun facts.
I
Go
don't.
ahead, because I don't
He
know
seems
much.
familiar, but I really can't
Yeah.
say you.
So does
Anything he's
He
Christoph.
been in.
is.
Christoph
He is
also
Kristoff
seems
familiar.
is OG.
Okay, yeah, I
Yes.
guess so.
And Tarantino, he was in Inglourious Basterds. He's in everything.
Yeah.
He's been around. Caleb Jones is also someone who has done a lot. He was in X-Men First Class as Banshee. So some supporting roles, right? He was in the Florida Project, if you've seen that movie. He was in Get Out, actually. He had a supporting role in Get Out. So he's seen the screen a few times. He's had a movie with Tom Cruise. So yeah, he's been around.
That's cool, yeah. And I see Christoph. Christoph was actually literally in the Frankenstein movie.
He was in that too.
Yeah. So he's been doing some classics. It's a shame they didn't get the same rating, but I think they would. I think they both stood their ground. I feel
This
like
movie was way better than Frankenstein.
I would say way better.
That's such a strong opinion. Like, it's been not even 5 minutes. Zoe Blue this is, I guess, the role she's most known for. So I don't know, maybe a breakout role is how we could categorize it. But she's been in a few movies before. And someone else that I thought we should talk about, Matilda de Angelis. Someone wanna, Georgette, how do you say that?
Is it Spanish?
Angelis. It's
giving
Italian,
Spanish.
I think. Maybe it is. I mean, I think she's Italian, so I assumed.
Yeah, I was like, it's giving something like that.
I don't know.
Mhm.
Okay, well,
Honestly, I mean, peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
that's not a reference that I recognize.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's not a reference to anything. I'm just saying, like, she just gave peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I actually don't remember
Oh.
her. Yeah, like, it's just like, she didn't do bad. She didn't do good. It's peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
PB and J's are
So,
my favorite.
some strong opinions on the acting already. We love to see it. I will say for Matilda, I thought that she played a very stereotypical vampire for me. Some people like that, and would say it's appropriate and what the film needed in that moment. I would say I get sick of seeing that. So her character was just annoying to me because she just gave like bloodthirst. And what I wanted to see was that you thirst for blood. Like I don't know if you're following me. It was just like too like I'm a vampire. Look, and I was like,
Yeah,
I get it. It's calm. It's fine. It was just a lot for me, and I feel like it was appropriate for the movie. So maybe I was not who they wanted to go see it that day. Like maybe I was not the
yeah.
target. But I actually was so sick of seeing. Every time she was on screen, I was like, "Here we go again, bro."
Just
I
the
feel so
whole.
bad saying
I
that
actually thought we were
'cause she
talking
didn't do
about the
anything
main
wrong.
character. I thought we were talking about
No,
Mina, not Maria. Oh,
no, I'm talking
Mina.
about
That's
Maria.
why I was like, vampire.
Oh no, I'm talking about
No,
Maria.
Mina is peanut butter and jelly. Maria,
Maria was a vampire, right? Yeah,
yeah,
Yeah, the
Maria
yeah,
redhead.
yeah.
is an important character. I don't think I was looking for that much out of her. I feel like she helped move the story along, point like plot by plot. Like she literally was
Yeah.
the reason why everything got tied together. So I feel like she did her job in that point, but it wasn't memorable at all because it just did give stereotypical vampire, I guess. Like there was just no complexity to it. Like nothing behind it. It just
Yeah,
gave, okay, this is his henchman. So like I don't think I expected much out of it. I think that's maybe
Yeah,
fair.
I could agree with that. That's fair. I think my
yeah.
favorite performance was out of Christoph Waltz, and then
Easy, yeah.
I liked old Dracula. How Caleb. Now I know. I mean, I feel like Dracula did really good with the makeup. I liked how old Dracula looked. Like when the guy got there, the lawyer dude, he had got there, and then you see this super old Dracula. Like I liked that part of the movie where he was kind of like telling his story to the lawyer. Um, so I like the way Caleb portrayed old Dracula, and then I also like Christoph Waltz, how he acted as the priest. And then
Yeah,
I feel like everybody else was everybody else, not bad, not good, but definitely like they played their role, but it wasn't stand out type of actor.
that part of the movie where he was telling his backstory did remind me of
Oh,
Frankenstein, which I guess
Frankenstein,
we're
yeah.
gonna have to address eventually. But I wanted to go back to peanut butter and jelly now that I know you were talking about Mina. I think that's okay to say. I would not have come to that thought on my own, but I do agree now that it's been put out there. That's a saddle I can jump on. What's a good phrase for that? A horse I can ride, a wagon I can band. I don't know. I
Yeah,
get it.
like I mean the name of the movie is Dracula. It gave this is his movie.
Hmm.
Everyone else felt like a white backdrop to show his extreme emotions and like his emotions reflected on them, if that makes sense, and it became
Yes.
powerful. No one else in the movie actually gave anything really. They all gave trying to move along Dracula's plot. Which is there anything actually wrong with that if he's a star?
There's
Is
No.
that a
not.
negative?
But
So
I mean, they could have done it and given people, the cast, a lot of depth, but instead they did not. Could it have been more valuable if they did? Inquiring minds would like to know. But I think something that was really interesting to me. So the movie is called Dracula in the US, but originally it was released as Dracula A Love Tale, which I think
Hmm.
is
I
really
saw that.
interesting. And they kind of did it a disservice. And I saw a tweet about this too. They really should have left it alone. Because when you say the movie Dracula, I don't know about you guys, but I did not see the trailer for this movie. I watched the movie for the
Yeah, I
first
never saw it
time.
either.
So
I saw it on
I went in,
TikTok. Yeah.
I thought I was getting Dracula, like, we're going crazy,
Er,
like grr. And this was Dracula A Love Tale. It was a love tale, and I think it's really important that you add that context because I was like, oh, okay. Not that the movie was bad, it's just that I didn't know that was the movie I was going to see. And if you had called it Dracula A Love Tale, I would have been prepared for that. For a
It
movie about a
didn't.
man yearning, basically, instead of a man going out and being like a villain, because I'm looking for a villain. You tried to make this into a sympathetic yearning man, and it's like, okay, that's a okay movie to make, but that's not what I thought I was going to see. So I was kind of like, oh, okay, 2 hours.
I don't think it did bad as a love tale though. Like I was,
It didn't.
yeah. I mean, was Frankenstein not kind of a love tale also? Well, no, I don't think it was. It wasn't a love tale,
No.
but it was definitely like some type of I don't know. It was
That was
yeah, that's the
frenemies.
word. Like you get one side of the story from the guy, and then you got one side of the story from Frankenstein, and I liked that. And I feel like in this movie, it's just Dracula's side of the story, which would make sense. But I guess there could have been some more depth for the rest of the characters. Like even when it came to the priest, he said that they'd been researching or hunting down these vampires for like the past 400 years, I guess, right? I would have liked to see like more history there, maybe. Like I would have liked to see a little bit more backstory to
Fair.
him and how he got into his position. You know what I'm saying?
But it was already 2 hours and 10 minutes long.
True, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
So what would you
it,
cut out to put that in?
Actually, wouldn't. I don't think. I thought it
you
was.
can't really.
That's how. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like it's low key nothing
Uh,
you could actually like cut out.
maybe a bit of the whole carnival sequence because I feel like they like showed damn near every attraction going on in the carnival just to show it, you
That was
know.
like 2 minutes long.
But still, I was just like, okay, yeah,
But
I get that.
without the carnival scene, how would we see their reconnection? Like we needed a transition because, like, realistically, if they would have just saw each other and be like, "Oh my God, my love, I remember you," like it'd be like,
I
okay.
guess.
The carnival scene added like, let's look at it from his perspective, like how he was looking at her from afar, and like it was just like a halfway period between like them being fully intimate, and it's like he knows it's
Yeah.
her. It let the audience like sit in it, like he found her. You were able to sit in it, like, wow, he really got her. Like, I'm acting like such an advocate for this.
Like,
I
how
You
much
understand
already
did
what
know
you're
how
they
I'm feeling,
pay
saying.
though.
you?
Yeah.
I don't know how much they paid you, but I
No.
want
I
in.
understand what you're
I'm
I
like,
understand what
the manager's
like
like, yeah, and then tell them.
I wasn't mad at the whole carnival sequence because it added like I said, like the movie felt whimsy. It added more of that feeling to the movie. But if I were to cut a part out, it'd probably be a little bit of that, and maybe a little bit here, maybe a little bit there, or it just makes the movie longer. I don't know. I just would have liked to see a bit more from the priest, because I mean, you feel like there are two opposing for there's Dracula, and then you have the priest, and it's kind of like the pieces are coming together as Dracula is telling his story, and I would have liked to see, because I mean, think about the ending. He kind of like just basically like talks to Dracula out of not spending the rest of his, eternity with, the girl that he was trying to get to for the past 400 years. And I'm like, okay, the one day, like, he finally gets her, not even 24 hours later. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna let him kill me, and that's it. I kind of feel like the ending came a little bit quick, and I'm like, okay, realistically, if I was Dracula, I wouldn't just like I would just like let that happen. I spent
I
400
I
years
think
waiting
it
to get
makes
to her.
sense though. I would say like
Yeah.
for once in my life, I actually am not mad at the length of the movie because I feel like it was really good storytelling. Like the length of it made sense, and I feel like they utilized their time well. And I think the ending, even though it felt underwhelming to me, I can imagine for this genre and the people who are supposed to be watching this, I feel like it makes sense because he's like, basically, I'm not gonna ruin her life. Like, this was a curse. Like, and he loves
Yeah.
her enough to be like, I'd rather her get to like live and die than me put her through what I just went through. I do think they wrapped it up really quickly. Like, I mean, they didn't have a lot of back and forth, but I think that the movie was never supposed to be about that. And so I
Hmm.
had to like let that go, which is the same thought I have towards the priest. I also personally think that that was one of the more interesting parts of the story for me personally, the priest. And I would have liked to
Yeah.
see his background too, but I think for this story, it's not supposed to be about anything other than this man being tragically in love with this woman and like spending like centuries trying to get back to her, and once he did, like the story's over, so they're like, we can wrap this up. So I feel like it makes sense. It's just not, again, what I thought I was gonna see when I saw Dracula. But I think it's okay because we've seen it the other way so many times. So it's
Yeah.
okay to do new things, even though this is like a remake.
Y'all are saying that they wrapped it up quickly, but the director actually told me to tell y'all. Basically, imagine if it was actually in a life or death situation and you're with the love of your life that you look for 400 years. If they would have sat down and had a conversation about it, it would just take away the instinct to protect. That instinct that
Okay.
he did it so quickly. Like, if you actually look, like, he literally shut the door and was like, done. I think they actually slowed it down. They actually slowed it down a little bit
Yeah.
and did like a
It
slow
does.
motion back and forth. But I think if it was in a real time, from where he shut the door and was like talking to the priest, like it was like this, and he just did the calculation, and he just perished. Like, because it was like, of course, my Mina, I will do it for you, and that's it. No conversation needed.
I can see that point, and I can also see like just from like a the weight of the moment, or like it being, I guess, not the climax, but the finale, I guess. If you're gonna drag it out and have them have this whole like heart to heart conversation, realistically, and he said this in the movie, if he talks to her, he's not going to go through with it. So he actually does have to
Exactly.
just cut it off immediately. Otherwise, it's not realistic because you're not walking away after seeing her
All
again.
that.
So he's like, I'm already outside, so we got to do this now or never kind of thing. So it
Oh
did
yeah.
make sense, like logically. But again, I think you know me, I. I like different types of movies, but I can respect this. I thought it was well done, and it made sense. Now, if since y'all want to bring up Frankenstein so much, I thought Frankenstein was better. But again, that's more my
Oh,
type of like vibe.
She
But
taking shots at you,
this was
Georgette.
good, and I objectively like I can see why this really like moved people. I can recognize a good script, and I've seen you. High five. But the other one was just like wow, like it was just so much like motion. And this was
Yeah.
more like, let me grab a blanket and like feel the love. And the other one was more like, I don't know. It was more theater to me. And it was
Mhm.
I
more
we have to disagree with that,
violence.
Kelsey. No,
No,
absolutely
I know
not.
why you like this.
She
This
said she
one was very
disagrees, Kelsey.
artsy.
Ooh.
I just think
She said it's artsy.
this was
Frankenstein
very,
was.
I
very,
wouldn't take
very
that from her.
artsy, very beautiful painting, very romantic, but that's just not what grabs my attention. I wanted something more, and that's why I like Frankenstein better. And also, I mean, the POV situation. We get his side, and then we get kind of like a middle version of the truth. I like when movies do that. They show you the acts like so clearly. I thought that was cool. This one tried to do that as well.
Okay,
Oh.
so I respectfully have to disagree. I mean, Frankenstein was good. It's honestly not even fair that we're comparing the two. I feel like
It's
there's
not
just so
fair.
much more not source material, but like it's Frankenstein has been redone, rehashed. They made mashed potatoes out of it. They made French fries out of it. They made tater tots out of it. They
They didn't
made
make mashed potatoes out of Dracula.
not really. It's always the same Dracula story. Frankenstein, there's 10 million stuff about it. So, of course, the Frankenstein movie had way, way, way more, like, paths to see what the audience wants because they know what didn't work. And so they have opportunity to see what did work. Whereas Dracula, it's usually just one Dracula thing, which is just like, okay, a count from Western Europe, he's Dracula, that's really it. Like, it's actually not that much like exploration being done. So they were really, really, really brave to do this in this fashion, and they executed it way better with way less. Because actually, the Frankenstein movie, it was good, but I think it was kind of gave like a like 13-year-old like, oh, a 13-year-old, yeah, Frankenstein, cool. Whereas
Get out of here.
this was like a glass of wine. Dracula was like a glass of wine, and Frankenstein was giving more like a Sonic slushy. Like, it's just, you know,
What?
when you need it, when you need like a, you're really hot and you just want to be refreshed, a Sonic
A
slushy hits,
Sonic
but
slushy.
nothing can really beat the complexity, the depth, the sophistication, the art, the enjoyment of a glass of wine. And I don't even drink.
I'm literally in enemy territory right now, bro. Like, and by the way,
JPatt, you have to say something.
no, this is not even original though. This is
I'm gonna
a,
let y'all
a
get it off.
remake of something. This is a remake of something that was made over 2 decades ago. This exact same plot, this exact same story.
Well,
So
we're
it's,
equal in that, so we can't use that. We're equal in the fact that these are all remakes. But the point is that it's 10 million of the same dish for Frankenstein. It's like, who doesn't know Frankenstein? Oh, like whatever. And the thing is, the Dracula story was just, it's like, it's just more color there. It's taking in all of our senses, our sight, our hearing, our sense of smell. It incorporates everything. Frankenstein is giving mass media, huge media conglomerate, like, push
that's
out.
crazy.
Let's make this huge mash bar because we know people will like it. It's just really less soul in it. Look at the star-studded cast. You can just see they just threw money at it. Like, it was just not. They didn't have a soul. It's whereas this, it was an art. It's just, it
I
takes
also said it was
time.
artsy.
Artsy, you're just kidding. It was art, period.
Artsy.
Frankenstein was like, Frankenberg, they definitely used AI. I like, it was giving that. It was giving post-capitalism, late capitalism, like Frankenstein. Like, it's actually really scary. And I think what's her name? Mary Shelley. What's her name? Who made the original Frankenstein?
Okay, I don't know her name.
Who wrote Frankenstein? Like, is her name Mary Shelley?
I
Mary
have no
Shelley
idea.
was the woman who wrote Frankenstein. And she wrote Frankenstein to talk about how science was advancing and then people were trying to become God in a sense. And they're basically saying that they were the monster. Like, the monster in Frankenstein is the doctor, is not Frankenstein. Well, his name is Frankenstein, Victor Frankenstein. But the point is, he's the monster. And she was making commentary on how the medical society, medicine at that time was treating like humans, like basically, like they were being Victor Frankenstein. So she wrote that. It's the first ever science fiction novel. And I think she's really making a comment. If she saw this movie, what they made her book into, she would be really disappointed. Those big
That's
companies, all this fake stuff. They didn't use any real sets, by the way, which was actually a lot of people were mad because they were like, bro, like, you guys just literally used like backdrop for like all of the scenes. Like, this is what she was actually commentating on. Y'all took her art and just made mashed potatoes with it, with water.
the reach is insane. You know what
She
I
wouldn't be
wish
happy.
we had done? I wish we had watched the original Dracula like love story, the like 20-year-old one, so that we can compare that to this one, because that would
Yeah.
be better. Because these are, like you said, they're not even the same. And I think the reason, if you, they don't know us, like the audience doesn't know us, but if you knew us, you'd be like, of course Kelsey liked Frankenstein better, and of course Georgette liked Dracula better, because that's just who we are. I just feel like we're getting a lot of these types of movies, you know, our classic monster stories in general, which I think is interesting timing, because we're not done yet. There's still more later this month, and I just think, you know, we have to have new ideas. This is even less of a new idea. Even if they had done their own version of Dracula, I'd be like, okay. But I'm like, you remade something that was original. This was not original. It was still good, but this exact movie was already made, like with the same character names and everything. This is a
I mean,
exact
yeah,
remake.
they can't make anything new for either of these, whether it's Frankenstein
I could
or,
try.
but it wouldn't be Dracula. Like, you like, I actually don't know what you would change. Like, you would make Dracula like, I don't know, like a black woman or something.
That's a change.
You know?
That's one change.
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe
Like,
we
what would
leave
you
it
do?
alone.
Kelsey, exactly. Just leave it alone. Let's reimagine the movie for modern times, keeping the core of the movie.
I
want to
want
see
new
Dracula
monsters.
as Dracula, Eastern European vampire. It's absolutely nothing you could change. You literally cannot change. You can't change the location. You can't change any of
You
the
can't change
characters.
the location.
You can't change the story. Like you can't change that he was a prince. Those are like core. I'm pretty sure they did change some things, maybe, but nothing like substantial.
Yeah. For both Frankenstein too, I feel like there's only so many ways you can make that different. So it's
Yeah.
just giving it a new voice. But I think it's a matter of when it comes to this reimagined version of Dracula, did we like it or did we not? It's time to lay down the law.
Yep.
JPatt.
I like it. I will give it a slap on the wrist. What is that again, man? It's been so long. A
It's
misdemeanor?
been 4 weeks. An
No,
infraction?
infraction. There we go. It has not been 4 weeks, has it?
So you liked
I
it?
know. It's
Yeah,
been
yeah.
like
I liked it.
6 or 7.
Yeah, like 6. I'd give it like a 6 out of 10. I'll give it a 6 out of 10. I actually did like it. I wish I saw it on a bigger movie theater screen. It was pretty good. I got my little complaints with it, but overall, I was like, it was better than what I expected. So that's always a surprise. I, I'm sorry, George. I got to say that and this isn't me trying to compare it to Frankenstein, but if we're gonna go by these recent monster movie, drama interpretations, I like Frankenstein more because I mean, it's kind of rare when a movie makes me tear up or cry a little bit, and that's what Frankenstein did for me. And it wasn't even Frankenstein or anything. It was mainly the part with the old man in the shed. I'm pretty sure you guys remember that. The old man, he was teaching
Oh, that was so
Frankenstein how
sad.
to how
That
to
was really
read.
sad.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So that was the part I was like actually emotional about. But I mean, this movie didn't bring that out of me. I wasn't expecting it to. But that's why I can just weigh Frankenstein a little bit heavier. But both movies are good in my so that's my take on that. I was just gonna let y'all fight it out. Yeah, Dracula. I feel like people were too hard on this movie because I've seen some reviews for it and they're like trashing it, and I'm like, it was not that bad. It was pretty good. Go ahead, Kelsey.
I feel like it was actually innocent. I just liked other movies more, but I thought it was innocent. I don't have a single
Okay.
thing that I would change about it. I thought the length was perfect because at first I said, "What are you gonna do for 2 hours about a story I've already heard before?" I thought it was a good use of time. I also went into it with like low expectations. I was like, I don't care to be here really because I already know who Dracula is. I already know enough.
Hmm.
This was a different side that I haven't seen before, especially because I never saw the original movie. And it was just really well done. I thought the acting was nice. The setting, it looked stunning visually to look at. I don't go crazy for like romance movies necessarily. Like I don't seek them out, but this one really was like a beautiful like gothic love story and I was here for it. I was like this is the original Yearner. Like, you know, it was really a nice take on a classic. I wasn't bored. I was so much more engaged than I thought I would be. I don't think it has necessarily rewatch value for me, but I wouldn't shame anyone who did. It was very good storytelling. I think that's what it really did for me. And I think it was a good period piece too, because sometimes like the period and the period piece distracts me, and I'm trying to catch up with like the times that I'm getting lost and I'm missing the story. Didn't feel like that. Everything was super well balanced, and I really liked it. It was great. Again, I think the reason that other monster movies stand out to me more is because like I want to feel some fear. I want to feel like my heart rate is rising, like I'm on the edge of my seat. None of that happened, but it was a beautiful.
Hmm.
It's okay. It was a beautiful romance. It was a very good, strong performance, and I actually don't have anything bad to say about it. Like I wouldn't change it if I had the
That's fair.
opportunity.
I think
Okay.
that what I liked about it the most, what I really feel strongly about it is because, like, I just feel like I am in that movie. Like, I feel like
Yep.
I could live there.
Thank you for saying that. Thank you for your honesty, for your candor, because they didn't know that. And I was like, she is projecting right now, and that's why she's going so hard
I'm just
for
like,
this movie.
I want to live there. Like the dresses, it's just yeah.
You know those Instagram posts where it's like, which one are you? And it'll be like a collage of this vibe and a collage of this vibe. And
Yeah.
I'll like DM it and I'll be like, this vibe is Georgette. This vibe is Anaya, blah, blah, blah.
Mhm.
This is your vibe, you know?
Literally,
So
like,
clear, so straightforward.
it's just like I feel like I'm supposed to be in Wallachia, and
Well, yes.
I don't really know why. Maybe in a past life I was Wallachian, but
All right.
Balakian.
I just Marina is like Count Dracula, Prince of Wallachia. No.
What is Balakia?
So I think
Where
it's
is
like Transylvania, which is like Romania. It's modern day Romania, right?
I was going to say it's giving Romania.
Wallachia.
Yeah, I think it's Romania.
Okay.
But yeah, so I really liked it. Like, I feel like I saw a clip of it on TikTok first. So I will say that I actually knew what I was going into it. And I wish I could remember what clip I saw, but I kept seeing it and everybody was like, oh my God, like this is so cute. And I saw the little clips. I was like, yeah, this looks good. Like the little accents and stuff. I was looking at all the colors and it really came to life for me. But yeah, no, like I really love the movie. I honestly I just liked everything about it. Like I feel like it was just like a nice warm cup of tea. Like I don't know, it's actually rewatch value for me. I would sit down, rewatch it, but not pay attention. I would put it in the
Yeah.
background, do something else, just to feel like I'm being transported into that world.
Yeah, I see that for you. And honestly,
Yeah.
we're not all far off. Like, I mean, we got
To be honest,
off
it's
track
actually
there for a minute. But
yeah.
at the heart of it, we're really like in agreement, you know?
Solid movie.
Solid.
I
Wow.
think the reason that puts me over is because I actually have certain affections for it outside of movie value.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I definitely think I'm biased. Like-
Super.
Yeah. Now admit yourself about Frankenstein. Anything you
Well-
want to admit to the audience?
I will say that while I do try to remain as unbiased as possible, the cast absolutely did have some
Exactly.
influence
She's
on
obsessed
me.
with Oscar Isaac and Jacob Elordi. That is
Not even Jacob Elordi. Like,
That's
she's
the reason.
literally obsessed with Oscar Isaac. I was waiting for her to say it.
That's the reason,
Like that movie
Kels.
was not that good. Yes, that's the
not the
reason.
reason.
Wow.
She
It-
loves that
it
man.
worked.
That's not fair.
I love him bad, and I don't think I can have my honest opinion out there without having that disclaimer.
Thank
Though
you.
I still think it's the pacing of it and it's the vibe of it. But you know, one was very romance centered. One was more my foe, my enemy centered, and I like, you know, a little battle between father son vibe, and that's just more my type of movie.
Mhm.
Father son is crazy, but that's more my vibe. So, you know, we could argue, you know, this or that, but
That's fair. We all have our affections towards certain
Yeah.
things. Mine more valid than yours, but nonetheless. Yeah.
I'm just glad that we were all able to come to an agreement, because JPatt basically said a slap on the wrist. He wasn't even giving it a full infraction. So to me, you know, they're walking away, no cuffs, free,
Innocent.
very innocent. And I think that's a great way to start off season 6 of the Box Officers podcast. I can't believe we made it this far.
Season 6.
This is the
Right.
most consistent I've been with an extracurricular in a while.
I always knew he was gonna make it. Mama.
Well, so next week
But
we are
we'll be
going
going
to be
straight back
reviewing
to-
another romance that Georgette is going to eat up, Wuthering
already know.
Heights. So you gotta go see it. Jacob Elordi is in it. I know you don't believe me, but that's doing nothing for me.
What is
Sure,
one
buddy.
thing?
It's like Dracula, but like a different period.
Oh.
No gargoyles.
Dracula.
JPatt.
Dracula without the vampires.
Without the
literally.
gargoyles.
So it'll be interesting, and we hope that you guys join us back here next week on the Box Officers podcast.
Yeah, please come back.
Peace out.